Hello, and welcome to the Williams College Host Server Education module. What does it take to be certified? 1. You must take the annual recertification module and pass the test at the end with a 70% or better. You must take the online TIP certification course once every 4 years and pass with a 70% or better. And you must take the Williams College bystander training once every 4 years. Please note, certification is only good for the current academic year and is reliant on compliance with job responsibilities. Hosts and servers and student hosts and servers, collectively event staff, are an integral part to the event management at Williams College. Please contact Ellen Rougeau in the Office of Student Life to request professional hosts or servers for your event. Three roles of student events: event coordinators, certified hosts, and certified servers. Event coordinators, this is the person that organizes details, works with administrative offices, and prepares the event. Event coordinators do not have to be certified unless they choose to fill in as a certified host or server. The event coordinator or an individual designated in-room scheduler must be present for the entirety of the event and act as a spokesperson for the group hosting the event. Certified hosts. They accept and carry out all full responsibility of all aspects of the event, including compliance with Massachusetts state law, comply with all registration form information, sign for alcohol at the beginning of the event if 21 or plus, arrive substance-free and remain so throughout the duration of the event, call campus safety and security just prior to the start time to confirm the event, and ensure food and alternative beverage are available throughout the duration of the event per the registration form. Additionally, hosts check IDs at the point of entry. This includes a student ID for entrance and both a student ID and a legal government ID if they plan to drink alcohol. Attach alcohol bracelets provided by the Office of Student Life directly on the wrists of age guests. Prevent intoxicated persons from entering the event. Ensure attendance does not exceed the fire capacity. Prevent minors from drinking alcohol and prevent alcohol from being passed to minors. And prevent intoxicated persons from drinking more alcohol if they've already been drinking. Hosts also ensure that guests don't leave with an open container, ensure that alcohol is never left unattended by a host or server, ensure a secure area for the server and alcohol, ensure that disruptive or unsafe guests or anyone failing to comply with your role as a host leaves the event, enlisting the help of CSS if necessary, enlist the aid of CSS when necessary to ensure compliance with Massachusetts state law, and carry out additional tasks and responsibilities as assigned by the event coordinator, CSS, or other college staff. Finally, hosts also ensure that the event site is cleaned up and furniture is put back before departing the event. Failure to do so results in additional charges to the hosting organization, and call in CSS at the end of the event to ensure documentation of the status of the event space and to secure alcohol containers prior to your departure from the event. Certified servers must be 21 years or older, accept and carry out full responsibility of all aspects of the event, including compliance with Massachusetts state law concerning alcohol, comply with all registration form information, sign for alcohol at the beginning of the event, arrive substance-free at the start and remain substance-free throughout, use bracelets supplied by OSL to identify of-age guests and check government-issued ID of any student, and serve alcohol only to those who are 21 plus in age. Servers also monitor and control the pace of alcohol service and use, utilize standard cup sizes or smaller, 12 ounces for beer, 5 ounces for wine, prevent minors from receiving or drinking alcohol, prevent intoxicated persons from drinking more alcohol, ensure a secure area for alcohol to be served from, ensure that any guest who is disruptive, unsafe, or fails to comply with you and your role is required to leave the event, enlisting the aid of CSS as necessary, and remove any guest from the event who fails to comply with Massachusetts law. Servers also slow the service of alcohol at the end of the event. Carry out additional tasks and responsibilities as assigned by the event coordinator, CSS, and other college staff. Ensure the event space is cleaned up and furniture is placed in original location before departing the event space, and assist CSS in securing alcohol in containers at the end of the event. Additional considerations to include: beer and wine only, no hard alcohol at events. Double check IDs at any time regardless of the presence of an alcohol bracelet. You are responsible for maintaining a safe environment. Use a flashlight to clearly see any ID you are checking. If a large number of people arrive all at once, do not rush yourself. Be thorough in your duties. And when monitoring the crowd or serving drinks, try to best keep track of the many drinks individuals have had. There are two types of registration forms, one with alcohol and one without alcohol. Be sure that when you're signing up for an event, you know which type of event you are signing up for. There are several forms of acceptable ID. When it comes to serving alcohol, only government-issued forms ID can be accepted. These must include both a photo and a birth date, and must be of the person who has presented them to you. Acceptable forms include driver's license, state-issued identification card, passport, and military ID cards. A simple bar setup looks something like this. Be sure to protect yourself on at least 3 sides and prevent anyone from being able to reach the alcohol source. In terms of getting paid, before you work any single event, you must be formally hired by the Office of Student Life. You must complete a job number request form located outside Ellen Rougeau's office before you can work any event. If you do not have a job number, you cannot get paid for events worked. And when you filled out your time online in PeopleSoft, you must include the department ID or the account number for the group that you have hosted for in order for them to pay you. Campus Safety and Certified Crowd Managers. In 2011, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts established a law that requires the following. All events held in a facility with a capacity designation of 100 or more that involves music and or alcohol must have a Massachusetts Certified Crowd Manager for every 250 potential individuals. Certified crowd managers must be agents of the institution, thus they cannot be students. Failure to comply with this law can lead to a $5,000 fine for the first offense, plus 2.5 years in jail, and a $25,000 fine for a second offense, plus 5 years in prison. Please note that this is why CSS officers are required to attend events in specific venues, even when the number of attendees is anticipated to be lower than the capacity. Setup and cleanup. Setup and cleanup are the responsibilities of the entire team, coordinators, hosts, and servers. Work together to make the space flow effectively, including moving furniture and putting up necessary signage to direct people. Clean up while the event is happening to prevent a long cleanup at the end. Throw away any unattended drinks. Pick up all trash and recycling and put in appropriate receptacles. Sweep and vacuum if the floor is excessively dirty. Damp mop the floor if there are spilled drinks, and return furniture to the standard formation at the end of the event. Cleanup needs to happen immediately following the event to avoid any issues with events happening in the space the next day. Partnering with Campus Safety. Most of the time, officers will come at the beginning of an event, a time or two during, and at the end. Officers may need to be assigned depending on a number of factors involved with the event and should be seen as a partner in making sure the event goes successfully. Officers will also assist with compliance with the law, capacity limit maintenance, emergencies, dealing with disruptive intoxicated students, removing guests as needed, and securing alcohol at the end of the event. Additionally, campus safety officers will give the go-ahead to start the event as long as all registration criteria have been met, notify hosts of issues with underage drinking to help curb said activity, intervene when requested or necessary, report guests who fail to comply, shut down parties as necessary, and address noise issues as necessary. Here's a little cheat sheet. Plan well, think ahead, and be prepared. Meet with Ellen Rougeau or your administrative office. Stick with the party plan and the registration form. Keep up with food and alternative beverage the entire time of the event. Utilize the eyes and ears of friends to help you manage your event. And enforce the rules at the door so you aren't put in a tight situation later. Additionally, consider your space carefully during the setup of the event. Serve legally and responsibly. Monitor and pay attention to the guests. Plan your cleanup, meaning double bag garbage and clean as you go. And communicate with hosts, servers, CSS, and others. Violations. Learn and know both the college's policies and the associated laws by heart. Stick to the rules and the policies. Failure to follow through on your responsibilities in this role can lead to fines, college repercussions, and potential legal action. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we hope that you learned something, and we hope that you continue to be a successful host and server going forward.